first test we're going to do is the 1 minute push-up test. Please listen carefully for the following instructions. So in order for the repetition to be a good rep and counted as such, the applicant must do the following. Begin the exercise with the arms fully extended, hips and thighs off the ground. This is the up position. When going into the down position, the body must be lowered under control as one straight line. Once you reach the ground, the hands will momentarily release from the ground and immediately be placed back on the ground. Upon returning to the up position, the body must be raised as one straight line. The only authorized resting position for this exercise is in the up position or with the rear end in the air. Things that will not count as a repetition: if the knees touch the ground before the chest does, that is a no rep. If the chest rises before the knees do, that is a no rep. The body must be lowered and raised as one straight line. On the call of 3, 2, 1, go. Do as many as you can. 60-second time limit, maximum effort. Next test we're going to do is the 1 minute sit-up test. Please listen carefully for the following instructions. So in order for the repetition to be a good rep and counted as such, the applicant must do the following. Begin the exercise with the arms crossed in front of the body, hands on the opposite shoulders as the elbows touch or go past the top of the knee. This is the up position. When going into the down position, the shoulder blades must touch the ground. So upon returning to the up position, the hands must maintain contact with the opposite shoulders and the elbows must touch or go past the top of the knee. Also, your hips must remain on the ground at all times, so you cannot rock your hips up to force your body weight forward. The only authorized resting position for this exercise is in the up position. If you are instructed more than twice for resting on the ground, or instructed more than twice for your hands losing contact with the shoulders, the exercise will be terminated. On the call of 3, 2, 1, go. 60-second time limit, max effort, knock out as many as you can. All right, next test we're going to do is the agility run test. We're going to begin this test in the prone position, meaning laying down completely flat on the ground. Your head has to be behind the green and gray line in between the two cones. On the call of 3, 2, 1, go. Pop up to your feet as quickly as possible and take off running straight to and around this far cone. Then run straight back to and around the middle cone. Then you're going to serpentine in and out of the middle cones and then serpentine on the way back. Then you're going to run straight to and around this far cone, and time will stop when you cross the very last cone. Fourth and final test, we're going to do 15 repetitions of burpees followed by a 50-foot sprint and a 50-foot 70-pound dummy drag. For the purposes of this test, this is what we define as a burpee. You start off standing upright. On the call of 3, 2, 1, go. Chest, hips, and thighs touch the ground, and then you stand back up straight. You do not have to jump, you do not have to clap overhead for the purposes of this test. If you have to walk it down and walk it back up, that's perfectly fine as well. Where you do those 15 burpees is up to you. However, prior to finishing the very last repetition, make sure you are behind those two cones. Once we say to retrieve the dummy, 50-foot sprint, and you're going to approach the dummy from the head. Scoop underneath the arms, and you can either stay hooked into the arms or you can gable grip your hands in front of the dummy. However, do not grab the handles of the dummy. Once you get the dummy up, you're going to drag it straight back to the two cones where you started from. Time will stop when the dummy's feet cross the cones, not when your feet cross the cones. However, in order to lock that time in, gently set the dummy on the ground. Do not drop the dummy.